Good afternoon. This is Pam with Follow Your Brush. Thank you for being here. I'm going to play today, and I hope you're ready to play too. I saw Steve Mitchell last night. If you don't follow Steve, I recommend that you do. He's really fun and inspiring to watch. He did a kind of a scribble thing where he didn't lift his pencil off the page and did some scribbles, and then he was painting them also in an exploratory fashion. So he inspired me. So these are my scribbles. I did go around, this is already dry though, and I kind of went around it in yellow and kind of cheated, I guess, a little bit. I erased some of my marks and kind of put them in the forms of what I could see becoming flowers. And if you watch me at all, you know that I just like to explore. I like to play. That's just what I do. So this brush that I'm going to use today, I call him Slappy. He has no name brand on him. I bought this 4 years ago. It's a squirrel hair, and I'd have to go back in my Amazon purchasing history to find him. I did find it, I think, in 2019. I bought this one and two others. They were in a set. They're kind of like liner brushes or daggers. It's natural squirrel hair, and I like it because it just kind of lends itself to exploring and dancing wherever. So since these were scribbles anyway, I keep dropping it in the water. I'm just going to keep dropping it in the water till I get started here. So since this one kind of dances anyway, I thought that might be fun to use as I explore and kind of dance my way around these scribbles. I'm thinking, well, I have a yellow background, but I was thinking lavender or purple. This is my M. Graham set, and I'm going to go into I have a cobalt violet here that M. Graham. So I'm going to go just where I wet the spots. I don't know if you can see where they're wet. Ooh, there they go. Now you can see where I wet them. And just kind of let Slappy and the paint and water play. And just see what we can kind of do with these experimental squiggle wiggles. I don't know what else to call them. And just let the watercolor and the water play together. That's what they do so well. This is a little more concentrated over here, but that's okay. It wasn't quite as wet maybe. I'm gonna add just a little bit more, and then I'm not gonna keep fussing with this. I'm gonna go to another so-called flower and see what we can do in another portion as well. Let this dry and see what it does, but I just love it. That's what I like to do. Let's go down to this one. I guess you can see my scribbles. I hope you can. I can see that my camera wants to move around. I'm sorry about that. I need to tighten it on its stand. Anyway, I'm gonna go into this one, and I think I might try some different colors for this one. How about if we go into, I have Cobalt Cerulean. This is also from M. Graham. If you know M. Graham paints, they're honey-based, so they wet easily. Ooh, I like that. I like that right there in the center, and I don't, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right there. Let me try to put some of this over here and see what that does. This is totally an explorative game we're playing today. I don't want this water down here, so I'm going to kind of come back in here and get that up. Like I said, I pre-did the yellow. I I just kind of like that blue right there, and I don't think I want to mess with it. So I'm going to go to another flower and let that be. Let it be, let it be. It's going to be like the Beatles. Let's go over to this one. So I did my squiggles, or my pencil drawings. The idea is that you don't lift your pencil while you're doing your scribbling. Just kind of let your hand go. My hand just kind of goes anyway after all my surgeries that I've had on it, but so it kind of lends itself to this type of thinking. This time I'm going to come into Quinn Rose. I like Quinn Rose. Let me wet that. Oh my goodness, how pretty is that? Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is exactly why I love watercolor. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. Now see, if I was trying to think, I promise you I couldn't come up with anything like that. This wants to keep going. I'm gonna kind of stop it. And once again, I'm gonna stop right there because I think that is really gorgeous, just like that. I'm gonna come up here and try another one though. Let's go, I don't want it to run into that one. Let's go up to this little squiggly thing up here. And like I say, when I did this, after I did it without lifting my hand. But then when I did come back and look at it, I thought, ooh, it made me see some, I tend to see flowers, so I went in with flower colors. All right, we have the lavender, we have the blue, we have the Quinn Rose. And the yellow is in the background. Let me see what else I have here. I have a cobalt teal. I'm gonna wet that. Let's see what that might do. That might be something more for stems or something, but I'm gonna put it in here and let it go. Wow. I don't know about you, but this just thrills my heart to see stuff like this. I just love it. That's why I like watercolor, because it just does what it wants to do, and I guess I kind of do too. Oh wow, I like that. I'm just gonna put another drop on it, just a little bit, and just let it go and bloom where it wants. Woo, so gorgeous. It kind of almost looks like a little snowflake there, doesn't it? Wow, I like that. Okay, I'm ready for another area. I'm gonna come back to this. I had the blue down there. I don't want to disturb that too much. And I don't want a terribly conflicting color. That was the, I think it was the cerulean blue or the cobalt blue. I'm gonna come back, actually I'm gonna come back in on the outside of this flower with some of the M. Graham. I'm sorry, this already is M. Graham, ultramarine. A little bit different color. I don't necessarily want to disturb what I already did. Kind of buckling in the middle here on my paper with it wet. I'm using Sanders Waterford, and I have it taped down, but it is trying to buckle. pretty. I like this too. I don't know if it's quite enough contrast to what I wanted in this flower. I might go back in and play with the center of this flower more later. Right now I'm just going to let it dry. I'm going to add a little bit of that ultramarine to the center. I like the ultramarine. I wish this wasn't floating around so much. I don't want that to float. It's kind of dripping in the center there. All right, I am liking this. This is my exploration painting. I'm gonna go here. I always seem to like to play on the weekends. During the week, I often follow tutorials or lessons and think and try to learn new things because there's always so much to learn. But then on the weekend, I like to just kind of play and explore because I learned doing that as well. So we need a new color here, or we can repeat a color. I don't like that this is puddling. Let me slide this a little bit. I didn't want that puddling there in the middle. Try to get that to move over. Fix my camera again. I'm going to repeat this Quinn Rose up here in this corner. It's a beautiful color. So let's just see what that does if I bring some of that up here. I don't want to go too close to that violet as yet because I'm really ready to disturb that. There we go. Isn't that fun? In order to know what your colors do, you just have to be willing to play with them and explore. And if you really want control, then that's another option that you can have. But I like watching them kind of run around. I wet that one and then I didn't do anything to it because I was thinking, I have a yellow background, but let me come in here with some Indian yellow, a little bit darker. My background was the azo yellow, and let me add some of this darker yellow here. It's almost an orange, the azo yellow from the Engram, and give that a little contrast and let that kind of run around and play as well. And I'm going to have to stop here for a minute because I want this to dry. And I'm not sure how much. I do have a blow dryer, but I'd have to put you on mute. Not sure how far I've gone in this video yet. I don't want to make it too long. I need another repeating color over here. So let me go back into my violet, but I'm just going to put it over here just a little bit because at this point I don't really want it running in to my others. And I actually, to tell you the truth, I don't really want to use my blow dryer. What I may do is let this sit a while and then give an updated video later as to what I've done in the meantime. And if you've watched me for a while, I know you're saying, learn how to edit your videos and so we can watch it all at one time. I know that's something I need to do. I need a grandchild to come visit me so I can learn how to edit my videos. And it's running into my Quinn Rose a little bit, and that's okay because it's really a pretty color. I'm gonna let this dry, and I do have some puddling that I really didn't want. I'm going to just kind of soak some of this up with my little towel. But if I keep working, I'm going to end up with mud, and I don't want to do that either. So I'm going to call it done for now. And if I don't totally mess it up, I'll come back later and give you the update. You know what? I'll come back later even if I do feel like I messed it up, because you probably want to see what I've done. Okay, I'm going to let it dry by itself. I don't want to use the hair dryer. I want to just let it do what it wants to do. So I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and all that stuff that we say on YouTube. I always tell my kids when they go somewhere, be careful, behave yourselves, and fill in the blanks. All those things that mothers say. So it's the same thing with this. All those things that YouTubers say, like, subscribe, etc. Pam with Follow Your Brush, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.